Okay, good evening, everyone. I hope you can listen clearly, and also you can see the screen that I have published and for today. Uh, for today, we will go directly to the webinar to introductions of the productivity 1010, or we call that the digitalization of the productivities. Okay, so from here, actually, I would like to introduce what the background of this class. Okay, so from there, we start with the disclaimer. I read it there. The questionnaire or the thing that we have developed, we are using the course reference develop and also modify for some of the source as following. So number one is from Impulse, which is a German Engineering Foundation, VDMA. Number two, we cross reference with the TUV suit, and also we also did some cross reference to the University of Warwick and EDB of Singapore, and also the Ministry of the Trade and Industry. So this is our MINTI. So the objective is very clear that why we need to do this. The reason is this self-assessment tool or self-diagnostics tool is designed as a simplified versions or hybrid versions from the above source with the objective to accelerate the adoptions of the digitization in Malaysia. So especially our target group is our Malaysian SME, okay, small medium enterprise, okay, or we call PKS in Bahasa Malaysia. Next one will be the cost metric for your reference. This is the cost metric that you have. So you see that how we benchmark one of the all the best practice. Just now I mentioned that we look at their source. Okay, like TUV suit, they have a focus area in the industry 4.0. They look at the 6 area, right? Operation, supply chain, automation, intelligence, talent development, strategy, and governance. And for VDMA, they focus also on 6 area. Okay, so smart factory, smart operation, smart product, data-driven services, employees, strategies, and organizations. Then followed by University of Warwick. They also look at the area on the 6 focus area: product and services, manufacturing and operations, strategy and organizations, supply chain, business model, and also legal considerations. So our neighbor country, Singapore, EDB, they look at the area in the focus on 8 areas. So number one is operations, supply chain, products, life cycles, automation, connectivities, intelligence, terrain readiness, structure and management. So for MITI, they also look for the 8 focus area, such as operations, supply chains, product managers, assets automations, assets connectivity, assets intelligence, human capital development, and transformation initiatives. So look at that, all the 5 references that we have shared with you. So from there, you can see that they are quite similar between one to another. For example, operation, it cut across almost all the 5 areas that people talk about operations. People talk about the talent developments or the organizations, you look at that. Then the other part is talking about the technologies. So with this reference, so we develop our model that to now we are moving to the model that we are developing, that we are focusing on this X focus area. Mainly we divide to you look at the on the left, you can see that there is the focus on the organizations. Then also we are focused on the process and technology. This is another 2 area. So from there, what I'd like to further describe there is from organization, we divide it to 2, which is from organization. You can see that number 1 is leadership, talent, and talent development. So that is number 1 of the area. The other area we focus on the business and strategy. So this is one that we concentrate for the organizations. Then the second one, look at the process. So the process, we divided the area that to 3 areas. Number 1 is on the operations. Number 2 is focused on the products. And number 3 is also focused on the supply chain. So another key pillar that we look at there is a technology pillar. This is an important pillar in order for us to really implement Industry 4.0. So we look at the first area is divided to the automations. Then we have intelligence. Then the third one you have connectivity. So with that, we are benchmarking the what are the best practice in the industry. So we look at the point that system that put there. We have divided some of the score, the weight that we have put in there. Organizations is 20% or 20 points. Then for the process is 30% of the weight on that carry out. So a lot of concentration is looking on the technology. So because we believe that in order for us to move into the industry 4.0, we need to have a strong fundamental in the technology in your operation or in your manufacturing plant. So that is the fundamental. We prepare all the Malaysian SME moving towards that. You are after industry 4.0, the biggest skill is fourth industrial revolution, 4IR. So you will be cover very much wider area on that. So the next one I would like to share with you on this is how we categorize the scoring. The scoring that we have, that those who you are putting in all the self-diagnostics tool, you fill in all the informations. So the scoring that you will get, maybe some of you will get from 20 to 40 points, or 21 to 40, and also 41 to 60, 61 to 90 on that. You look at the category that we put in there, the readiness profile. The whole idea is we would like to know before you participate, when you do self-diagnostic, what is your organization profile look like? Are you the observer? Either you are the observer, you only have a very basics. Okay, your operation demand as is. There's no intention or the initiative to digitization adoption yet. Then the second one is the beginner. So those score 21 to 40. So you have some interest to pursue the digitizations, but none of the very minimal effort you have put in. Then the third one is the learner stage. So you already put some interest, you have do something, you have some pilot digitizations adoption you have there. So you would like to skill it up. So that is the one that some area is ready, some area is not ready. So that is the current stage for the learner. So above observer, beginner, and learner is actually why is our main focus to want to help the SME in this area. However, those companies already implement because they have been asked by their customer, especially their customer is from multinational. So they are more likely they already have a demand by the customer to digitize their process. So some of you may get a scoring from 61 to 90, which you already at the leader stage. So that means that how we define leader, that means you already pursue small to medium scale of the digitization adoption. You have adopt some, okay, but you are also get ready to move on to the larger scale of the adoption. So you are the leader stage. So the other one is the master level. So those score 90 to 100. So you can implement a bigger skill that design adoption. So you are moving to the next level. So that means you are already ready, you already master. For those who are master, we would like to know you as well, because we would like to take your expertise, or we would like you to share your expertise with some of the SME for them to look at how the progress that you have achieved to encourage or to motivate those beginner and also observer. So that is how we want to get to engage with you as well. So the next one, after the when you fill in all the diagnostics, the questionnaire, only 15 questions. So basically, those fill in the questionnaire, you will get the spider chart. So means that the radar chart that you can see here. Then this chart actually divided to the area that you fill in just now is the X sectors. So for the X area that you focus, you will determine where is you are strong or you are not so strong, or which area that you need to improve in order for you to move forward to implement the Industry 4.0. So this is an example. You will see that after you fill in the 15 question, you will basically know where is a strength in what you are doing, I mean in your manufacturing plant. So this is a target. So the next one, actually, after those already complete the self-diagnostic, actually MPC under MEPN, we call it productivity 1010. The whole idea is we would like to guide you through the digitization journey. So what today the webinar introduced to you actually is the first portion, is a self-diagnostic, how to fill in the questionnaire in the self-diagnostic. But once after you fill in the self-diagnostic, then all the data that we have, MPC as a secretariat, they will assign or appoint a coach, right, or the expert to be your mentor, to guide you how to move forward. So what are the coach is going to help you? Actually, the coach will come to perform some gap analysis. Okay, they will do it. Later, will tell you that more detail, the step, until they will get to guide you to identify the gap. What is the actual problem happen in your manufacturing plant? Then also they teach you how to do the ROI, and also they teach you how to do prioritizations. Then they will give you the complete report. With the report, you know this is the report is a step by guide. So the whole idea is you know how to move forward with the report that you have. And when you have the ready with the financial or investment funding, then you can engage with the coach to continue your journey, or you can engage with others system integrator for your implementation. So that is the whole idea we initiate this step. So the next one, actually, we are trying to share with you that why we are so concerned that gap analysis is needed, and why. The main reason is a lot of the SME, they are happy to, when they tell them why Industry 4.0 is important. Basically, during the awareness, they get the information, they ready. It's a good news to them. They want to improve. They want to improve the productivities. But however, after years, then when we go and check again, basically those who are implementing is only a very little. It is about 13.5%. This one is happened in our neighbor country. But Malaysia, actually, we are about 5 or 6% only of the SME that who really implement. So from what we expect and what we get today, I mean from the reality, and also when there's an expectation, there is a big gap. Because why? When we conduct the interview, or we conduct the clinics, we found that a lot of the SME unable do not know how to start, where to start, and how to start. So that is the reason that we feel that we would like to have a coach to guide the SME for them to have a easier path that they know how to move on. So the next one, actually, this is the one that in the second stage, but may not do it today. This one, after the MPC appoint or assign a coach to you for do the mentoring to help you from the beginning until they guide you through all the steps. So this is some of the explanation that there are some activity that when the coach is assigned to get along with you, what are the activity that the coach will carry out or the mentor will carry out. Number one is the reality check. The mentor, after you fill in the self-diagnostics tool, the mentor need to validate whatever that you fill in, is it true, how true is true. So they need to check the reality, the information that you provided, then they need to do the validations. Number two is the ROI, return on investment. This return on investment, the whole idea is we would like you to know how to calculate the ROI. When I have a discussion with some of the SME, they do not know actually how to calculate the ROI. So when you run a business, normally we run a business, you need to know how to calculate ROI, because business, we know that there are many type of challenges. So what we want to do is we would like you to quantify whatever you can handle, you can manage. Means that whatever input you put in to run your business, you quantify all the parameters. Then you go to the business, then you are expecting the expected result that you hope that you can control. So that is the reason that we are very concerned on this. You need to quantify the inputs, and also you have a targeted output. Okay, so sometimes business when go to the different way. Sometimes is you can quantify the inputs, but due to the some changes, like for example this year, there due to COVID-19 pandemics happen, so a lot of the unexpected event happen, so it will change the business paradigm. So from there is a lot of the new things coming up. So this is the thing happen that you are quantified something that you can control, but you do not anticipate the output that you can't control. Okay, so this is a two scenario. Then the third scenario is that we hope that not happen to any SME is you unable to quantify the parameter inputs in parameter. You don't know how to control the input, well, like you do not know how to control your ROI. You don't know how to calculate the ROI. Then you run the business, then you do not unable to control the output. That is a nightmare. So that's why we try to reduce the SME fall to that category. Okay, what we hope that is you know how to quantify your parameter that you can control. Then you run the business, the result is what you target or you can expect. This is what we are hoping. Then your business only can grow. Okay, so we hope that the second situation also not happen so much, because you can control the input, but the output is beyond your control. So this one we hope that you is not happen. Then the third one, of course, we totally want to eliminate this. You are unable to control input, you are unable to control output, then is not a good strategy if you want to run a business. So ROI session, the coach will guide how to calculate some ROI, what is the best way, and how to go look at that. Okay, so in short, a nutshell today, actually due to COVID-19 pandemic, any investment more than 3 years for ROI for me is not good. Okay, so it's quite hard because the market is shrink down. We do not know how much the main market will rebound back, right? So at this moment, we are still play a more conservative. Any investment more than 3 years for ROI, we do not say that's a good investment. So this ROI calculation will be share how to calculate the ROI. Then number 4, the another area is review the KPI. So we would like you to review your KPI from time to time in order for you to focus on the business. So sometimes when I visited some of the SME, they run the business. 1 year they can change 3 different type of business because the KPI is changing. So from there, very hard for the government agency like MPC, or MIDA or Matrix or any others to guide you, because it's very difficult, because your target business, you always keep on changing. So we would like you to focus how to review your KPI from time to time. You can strengthen your core area, but you should not change very frequent, because we need to be more focused. Then the last area that the coach will share with you one is the best practice. So compared to the what you are having now in your manufacturing operations, and versus the best practice from MNC or the world best practice. So we compare, then we do some benchmarking. So then you know, okay, from there how you move forward to improve to the next level. So this is some of the activity that we plan for the coaching sessions to happen, and we hope that all these coaching session is possible. We want 90% or 95% all online, because this is the new normal. Everybody learn from the online. So of course, you say manufacturing, how can you do it there without look at my plant, what happened? Yes, the coach will spare a little bit time with you. They may go and drop by visit to see what is happening, or else they will ask you to show them some pictures and all that. They can guide on that. Most of the coaches or the mentor, they have been very wide experience. Okay, they have been working many years in the manufacturing, so they have the experience. They know how to guide SME how to improve their manufacturing process. Okay, so the next one, I will look at that. For today, our discussion very much, I will focus on the 15 the question that we already prepared. So we would like you to go through. Then later you can fill in by yourself. I will explain one by one. So then you do not need to worry. Only 15 questions and in a very easy manner. Okay, this is the question that you will see when you go online, and there are questions to highlight. You just need to click the area that you want to put in there. So the question number one, actually the question comes from the organizations. Actually the focus area on the leadership and talent development. So you look at the right hand side, the point there, I put my mouse showing that. Actually that is the area that we put there under organization and also under the leadership and talent development. So the question asking you that does your organization have a digitization talent development plans? Okay, do you have a plan or not? Okay, so and also a structured talent development program is necessary to improve your workforce competency for digitization transformation. Okay, so bear in mind, your organization, you have other program, you have soft skill training, you have leadership training and all that. But today, may I know your organization have the digitization talent development program or not? Do you train your talents that know how to do some of the digitization? For example, now some of the youngster, they start to learn a lot of the programming by themselves. Okay, some of them learn code, the Python. Some of them learn the C# and all that. So some of the programming language actually can be used for the digitization. They can use that to do some program. You are using the AI to do the analytical and all this. So this is one of the area that, do you have a talent, the organization, do you send your staff to attend certain kind of thing to the courses that equipment with the digitization knowledge? Then they know how to do some digitizations in the manufacturing. Okay, so that is the one. So you see the your selective area, you put it there. There is no formal digitization curriculum to onboard and train workforce. So those companies who do not have this, but you got other training, but don't have digitization program, you do not even think about that. So then you click on this. Then second one is there is formal talent development curriculum with clear commencement on the conclusion points. The scope of talent development is limited to skill. So it means that you have some idea, you know someone have some skill, but you yet to fully develop them. So that is the whole idea, that you have some talent. Okay, you have some curriculum, you know what is that, but you do not fully groom your resources yet. Then the number 2 point here is put it there is a structured talents development curriculum that adopts an approach of the continuous learning to enable the constant learning, relearning, and also improvement of the field of the new and existing skill. So meaning you have some structures and all that. Okay, you have something that you want to cross train some of the activity to that. You have some activity. Okay, number 3 is there is a continuous talent development curriculum that is integrated with the organization objective, talent attractions, and also retention, and also career development. So pathway means that the organization already have a very clear plan. They are moving toward industry 4.0 or digitization. So they already have a curriculum. They know that who will recruit in taking care of digitization task force. Then you already have an integration program, and for all this the organization objective and all of it there, and you try to retain the talent that you have developed. So that is the whole idea. So to be very honest, I see multinational, basically they already at the number 3 level. So most of the time they already have a plan. Okay, but for SME, some company, yes, medium company or large the mid-term company, mid-tier company they have, but very small company, only a small number of that have this. Okay, so number 4 is a formal feedback channels that in the place, and to allow integrated talents development program to be jointly created and updated by employees for the HR and business team. So means that this one is already, you already implemented all the requirement. So you already allow the talent to move around, cost train and all that. So in the industry 4.0 or the digitization program, it's already in place in your organization, and your employees will update HR what they are doing. Then they also know what are the next course that they want to do. Okay, you want to implement, because some of the digitization you need to very high level, you need to do analytical. So when you do analytical, you may use to do the machine learning. You need to do some program, okay, or you do the deep learning, and also you will break through some of the algorithm. Okay, so that is some of the area that we are looking at. That some of them not to that high level, they are doing the MES level. Okay, so they are doing the manufacturing excellence system. That is some of the level there. Okay, so that is question number one. Question number two, also same area in the leadership and the talent development. This question is the targeting. You see that top management technology competency refer to the readiness of the senior management team to leverage the latest trend of technologies for the continuous and relevant of the competitiveness of the organizations. So the whole idea is they want to know the senior management of the organization, are they ready? Because a lot of the industry 4.0 unable to achieve because the leadership team is not ready. The top management is already do not have the competency, so they don't have an interest. They don't want to see the result through their mobile phone or through the iPad and etc. But this is the challenges today, because in Malaysia today our SME, a lot of them still by baby boomer. So some of them is already slowly transferred to Gen X. Okay, so you want to have those who are fully computer, they mean they literate one, the number is not many. Okay, use all the gadget. So today what we are looking at that is what is the current condition and also the commitment from the management. Okay, so you look at that, the put there 0 is a senior management is acquainted with the latest concept that can enable the next phase of the advancement. So I mean that the senior management team, they say it's not possible. Technology cannot do the changing. Okay, so some of the organization fall in this category. So with that, it's very hard to transform the organization. Number two, senior management. Number one here, you put there, senior management is particularly familiar with the latest concept that can enable a next phase of the advancement. They know only, okay, but they know the concept. They can accept the concept, but they don't fully implement. Okay. Number three, with external assistance, senior management is able to apply the latest concept and to enable improvement in at least one area. So in the organization, there are many areas that you can think about that. But they say, okay, maybe we improve certain area first. Maybe we improve the manufacturing shop floor first. Okay, we do something, we improve some of the area, we digitize some area. So there is the whole idea. I mean, they have the idea, they are not going to the big scale, but they start with a small area. Okay. Number three here, put there, senior management is able to apply the latest concept to enable improvement across multiple areas. Means this one, they are more matured of the technology, they know how to manage the technology, and they implement most of the area in the organization. However, it's not fully implemented for the whole organization, most of the area. Okay. Then number four, they means that senior management is able to augment its improvement initiative as the latest concept change and or evolve over the time. Means that the senior management team, they are very know very well the how technology they can change their manufacturing environment, how to improve their productivities. Okay, so you can see that there's some the tech area that they already implement the technology, they can see the initiative move to the next level. So this is the whole idea that they already engage very much. Okay, this is the area of the leadership and the talent development. The question we talk the target on the top management, and also we target the talent development. Do you have a talent development program? Then the question three, asking us about, we look at the business and strategy. So business and strategy is very important. You look at that, the question asks, establish digitization strategy and governance role for design and execution, a plan of actions to achieve a set of the digitization long-term goal. Okay, remember, it's a long-term goal. It includes identifying priorities and also formulating a roadmap and developing a system of rule, practice, and processes to translate a vision into the business value. Okay, I do not see many Malaysian company come to this level, but most of the MNC, they are focusing this very, very critical because this is a business strategy. Okay, so we look at that. Zero put it there is intentions to establish a factory or plan of the futures are not identified as a strategy focused on the company current or future plans. Okay, so they have an intention, but they don't have anything come out. Nothing has been identified. Okay. Number two, the intention to establish a factory or the plan of futures have been identified. They already identified. Then they have a strategy plan in the company and current. So they identify what are the future. Okay. They know they wish to have a plan. They know what is that need to go. Okay. Compared to just now one totally no plan. Then the number two, where put in there a long-term strategy and governance of the model to establish a factory or plan of the futures is being developed and has been also have been developed. So means that they already prepared. Okay, so they already developed a plan, they already have a model, they already long-term strategies. So they already plan by what year to what year they can implement the full the industry 4.0. Then the three put there the long-term strategy and government model to establish a factory then have been put into the action. Okay, this one is not planning anymore. They already implement. Okay, they only implement. Are they full implement? No, they are still in the progress of the implement. Okay, number four, a long-term strategy and governance model to establish a factory or plant of the futures is scaled up to include other secondary areas. Means that they already have some plan, then they already implement. Now they scale up, do greater, bigger scale the whole operation. Some of the plant they have, okay, because I encountered this because I visited some of the manufacturing plant. Their original plant, they just leave it at what they are. Then when they build the extension plant, they equip with all the latest technology. Okay, so this is the thing happen. The industry 4.0 only happen in the new plant. Over here, number four here say that it's not, you are not only doing for the new plant, but those plant that already built, you upgrade it, then moving out together in a secondary area. So that is the whole idea that you are total transform, not only transform in the new area. Okay, so this is question number three. Okay, so question number four also touching about business and strategy. So you look at that is asking you establish the company establish the digitization strategy and government rule for design the plan. Okay, translate. I think the question is all repeated. Let me check. Okay, I think question is overlap. Okay, let me get the question come again. Okay, let me get it up. The questions. Okay, can you see the question? Okay, never mind. So I just read the question again. What is the level of the contribution of the digital to your organization's needs, right? And also in order to increase the competitiveness, overall value creation of your products and also services. Okay, so the question asking on this, right? What is the level of the contributions of this? Okay, so let me get it up. Okay, you look at that from this question. Okay, question number four asking what is the level of contribution of digitizations that your organization need in order to increase the competitiveness and overall value creations of your products and also services. Okay, so they want to know that this question asking from the business and strategy standpoint, what is the do you have a plan that what is the level, how hunger is that you want to go for Industry 4.0? Okay, you want to do transform. So point number 0, put it there. Do not need to adopt digitization in next 5 years. Means that my business, I do not need to do industry to adopt the Industry 4.0. Okay, so my nature of business do not need that. Okay, I just because my process is very simple, so I do not need automation. Okay, so that is one of the area. Number 1, put there, do not adopt digitization in next 3 years. So my nature of business do not need to adopt that. Okay, then number 2, need to adopt digitization as soon as possible. So this one actually we would like to know what is your level. I mean, are you really at a very critical mode that you need to adopt it immediate? Okay. Then number 3, put it there, need to adopt since last 3 years. It means that there is a push by your customer, you need to transform already, but due to certain reason that you still yet to implement or yet to improve. Okay, that is one of that. Then number 4, there, put it there, need to adopt it since last 5 years. So means that this is more critical because you should do implement Industry 4.0 5 years ago, but now in the junction that you need to upgrade. So almost that you do not have much choice. So you want to see for this question, we would like to know what is the criticalness of your company business strategy. Is it very hunger, need to immediately implement or not? That is the reason. Okay, so the next question, question number 5, okay, is we already start to touch about the area of the process. Okay, we are in the question of the process. The question on process, we have a digitization and Industry 4.0. So that is the area that we want to touch is what is your production equipment readiness for adapting digitization or Industry 4.0 implementation. That means you are running a manufacturing, your production equipment, are they ready to adapt or not? Your production equipment, what is the current readiness? Okay, what is the status? We do not know because some of the SME, they already buy the new machine, is quite ready to implement Industry 4.0 in a very minor retrofit is done, but some of that is not. So you look at that. Number 0 here, put there, legacy machines stand alone and not communication port. This is a very old machine, especially the mechanical machine. So most of them in the old days, that means the machine more than 20 years, they do not have a communication port. Okay, so how do you communicate with outside world? Is not. So that is the challenges. It's an old machine. So normally you need to retrofit lah. They have to put in a sensor. You need to put in a port, communication port. Then only they can communicate with others. Okay, there is your manufacturing plant at this stage. Then you put 0. 1 means that significant retrofit or overhaul required to meet digitization and the Industry 4.0 requirement. This is what we frequently see today. Okay, most of the factory more than 20 years, we need to do the retrofitting, and also we need to overhaul some of the area in order for us to put some sensor thing in to capture the data. Then number 2 is some machine and system can be upgraded and meeting digitization or Industry 4.0 requirement. Okay, so this one, some of the machine and system, if they tell you is not only some machines, some system they can upgrade. Okay, some of them need firmware upgrade, some of them need hardware upgrade. Okay, so that is some of the area. It means that your machine is not too old because you have firmware upgrade. Basically, you need a communication port. So maybe we can put in there and we upgrade the firmware. Some of them we have to upgrade the hardware. Okay, so that is the meaning. Then number 3 is machine already meet some of the requirement of the digitizations or Industry 4.0 can be upgraded where is required. So means that machine is ready to upgrade. So it depends on how you want to upgrade on that. Some machine is they can work as a unit. Okay, especially in the facilities. Some of the pumps in the facilities area, they use pumps, right? So the vacuum system, the pumps, they can communicate to one pump, can communicate to another pump. So they have that kind of the communication, can do it on that. So they can communicate machine to machine on the pump level. But some after that, they are not able to communicate with others. Okay, they only on the in the small shell communication. Okay, so that is a machine can quite easy to upgrade. Then number 4 is put it there, machine and system already meet all the requirements of digitization or the Industry 4.0 adoption for the intelligent. Means that the companies already invest, all the machine can communicate with others. Okay, so means that is either the vertical communication or horizontal communication. They already there. Okay, so that is the one that is already ready. So the rest is not there. So that's how the operation is there. Next question is asking about the operation on the vertical system integration. So when we run operation, we know some of the area that you need to integrate. Machine to machine communication is very critical. So the question asking, how would you rate the degree of the digitization of your vertical value change, especially the integration of the process and also system across all hierarchy levels of the automation pyramid, especially machine to machine capabilities from R&D, product development, or productions. Okay, so remember, some of the organization R&D is R&D, they do not hook to the production. Some of them R&D, then they go for the another level product development, then they go for production. So it depends on how the machine can able to communicate from one level to another level, because this is a flow in the manufacturing process, right? So that is some of the area happen on that. So what they're going to do is you grade 0 is those no automated exchange and of the information along the vertical value chain. Means that there's no data exchange. Machine cannot talk to machine. Okay, so all almost stand alone. Number 2, some data flow exchange through the internal IT within organization, because you need to get some data. So there you have the machine, they can communicate. Okay, maybe the intranet within the organization. So there is some of the area, only a small unit, small portion, like what I mentioned just now, like the pump system. They only communicate pump to pump A, pump B, pump C, pump D. They can communicate, but pump to communicate with the controller, other controller cannot. So they only restrict to certain area. Then number 2 is only data flow along within organization and will implement it throughout vertical value chains in the next 1 to 3 years. Means that they have some plan, they have a within organization, they already can do it there. Okay, they can moving some of the information from the vertically. Okay, then they also plan next 1 or 3 years only they can expand out. Then number 3 is saying that data flow along the vertical value chain, for example, integration with the ERP in the past 1 or 2 years. So means that they already integrate their MES manufacturing information with the ERP system. Means that it's the enterprise level. That is the organization level in the enterprise, the highest level. They already integrate everything and they also use it in the 1 or 2 years ago. Then number 4, grade number 4 is the continuous data flow along the vertical value chain, and also direct, for example, direct controlling all the machine through the CAD model and also integrated with ERP in the past 2 to 5 years. I mean, this company, you run manufacturing like that, means that you're already very matured. Your design and everything, you can straight away pump information from the ERP. You can load the whole system to the machine. The CAD drawing, I think, go to the machine and they can run manufacturing. So CAD CAM basically can do that. So when organization come to that level, that means that their operation vertical system integration already established. So that is the whole idea. Okay, so for my experience in a wafer fab operation, okay, wafer fabrication operation, is most of the time the ERP level, they control all the process recipe. So when they need to run in the fab, they will integrate this. They can pass down the recipe, go to the machine. Machine will load the recipe and start to run the process. So that is how advanced in the wafer fabrication. All the information is integrated one another. Okay. Then the next question is question number 7. Is looking for the product management. So actually the product management, we want to know how you control product. Do you do customization? Okay. So the question asks, what is the degree of your organization products are customized? So means that do you do a lot of the customization? Okay. So grading 0 means product does not allow any customization. Standardized mass production. So you do not allow the customer say, I want to change this and change that. You know, say no, I only have a standard product and I run in a high volume. So I do not do any the fine tuning and suit your requirement. Okay, so that is one. The grade one is a majority of the products are made in a large batch size with limited late differentiator and also customization. So it means that almost everything the same, only a little bit portion that they have some differentiator. Okay, maybe 5%, different to 10%. That's all. But the rest is a standard product, no others. Okay. Number two is the product can be customized in a small module, but major part still on the standardization base. Means that I have some part I can customize for the customer, but most of my major business still is a standard part. Okay, that is the one, because due to some of the circumstances, because you are my old customer, so I can entertain you with a small batch, but my business still run more likely is still the standard product. Okay, grading 3 give you the product can be largely customized, but still have a standardized base. Means that I still have my base. I mean 40% of the design I still hold it. You cannot change. But another 50%, another 50% you can play around. I can take your input. I can customize for you. Okay. Then number 4 is asking that the late differentiator available for the most make to order product. Means that it's fully customized. The word batch size 1 means that even one, you give me order only one product. Okay, only one, if quantity only one, I also customize for you. Okay, so normally when customer ask for customization, you need to show me volume. No volume, I cannot make profit. So normally we may not entertain. But come to certain level of the industry 4.0, because customizations is the key factor, one of the key factor. So they are asking that what is the readiness of your manufacturing? Do you able to customize it even your quantity of order only one? Okay, quantity of order only one. So this one is very challenging. Okay, I can share with you because last time I ran a manufacturing for the wafer fab. I get a Samsung order. He only want to run one lot. One lot I mean 25 wafer only. Okay, so we want to change to get ready to run 25 wafer. It takes us maybe 1 week, you know, to clear the line. Then after that you run one lot. One lot maybe half day only finish already. So you spend 1 week. After that you run half day. It doesn't make sense to us. Okay, sometimes it doesn't make sense. So this is the one. Some of the challenges that you are saying, are you able to, how you control the product management? Okay. So question number 8 is asking about product management. It's a product life cycle. Okay. So question asks integrated product life cycle in the integration of the people, processes, and also system along the entire product life cycle, encompassing the stages of the design and development, engineering, productions, customer use, services or disposal. What is the degree of the product life cycle adoption in your organization? Okay, bear in mind, some of the SME, you just run one product and there's no end of life. Okay, you start, let's say you are the sugar manufacturing plant, you just produce sugar from day one until today, you never change, only one product. But we are looking for some of the product that you have today. If you run more high-tech stuff, actually we define the product life cycle. You cannot, from day one, you only have one product. After that, nobody will buy your second product. So you will look at the product. You see your iPhone. Okay, iPhone got so many generations already. You change iPhone. Okay, from time to time. Even our notebook also same. Okay, Microsoft also stop. Some of the software cannot support you already. You have to upgrade. You have to buy the new one. So for product life cycle, for the technology product, basically we define the product life cycle. So this is the question asking: do your product, your manufacturing plant, you run the product, you have strategy on the product life cycle or not? Okay, so you know when to start your product, when to end the product. So normally we end the product, we call that product end of life. Okay, end of life. So we know that when to end of life. Before you end of life, you manufacture some, you keep because the spare part. Okay, your customer will come back, buy you, I need this product. But when your product end of life, you may no more manufacturing. So that is why the question asked, do you have that my concept or not? Product management, product life cycle. Okay, so grade 0 saying that processes along the product life cycle are managed and executed in a silo based and on the informal and on ad hoc method. Means that you don't have a product life cycle plan, you just ad hoc lah. Okay, people want, people don't want, or what, you just ad hoc. So totally is no plan. Number two, the number one project, grade one project process along the product life cycle are managed and also executed in silos based on the set of the formal defined instructions. So mean you have some product life cycle you're managing, but you are also execute in the very silo mode. Very little of the product defined on the instruction on that. Grade two is project process along the product life cycle are managed and executed in a silo by digital tools. Okay, you are doing something, but still you have some digital tools to handle on that. Then number three is digital tools and system that manage the product life cycle are formally linked to each other. So however, the exchange of the information along the product life cycle is permitted and also managed by humans. So come to the end, your product life cycle still managed by human, but you have some data flow on that. Okay. Then the number four is digital tools and system that manage the life cycle are formally linked with each other, and the exchange information along the product life cycle is permitted executed by the computer-based system. Means that your product life cycle is managed by computerized. Okay, so you know when to start, when to end. Human not intervene on that. So that is a life cycle of the product that you have. So it depends on the organization and depend on the nature of business. I cannot say that you need to have a product life cycle. Hey, last time I'm selling sugar, now I'm not selling sugar. Not possible. Okay, so it depends on the some of the manufacturing that do you have a produce the same product or not. So you have a product, then you have the roadmap, you want to upgrade to the next level. That means that you have to define product life cycle. Okay, so my another experience is the manufacturing the motherboard. So we every time we put the motherboard, only motherboard life cycles is only 9 months. Okay, anything more than that is a nightmare. So you cannot make profit. So we are putting for life cycle for the any motherboard that we launch only 9 months. After 9 months, we already come up with a new motherboard design. So it's a totally different game plan. Okay, question number 9, we're talking about supply chain management. Okay, this supply chain management, we are targeting very focused on the real-time integrations. Okay, so the question asks, does your organization supply chain integrated with your customer or suppliers? This is quite sensitive. Okay, some of them do not let, especially your customer, they do not share their supply chain information with you. Okay, so they didn't put in there, you see the grade, voice communication and manual paper documents exchange. No electronic and digital document is played. So means what this company totally do not have any digital communication with the customer, and also they do not have any formal digitization stuff with the customer supply chains. That means you want to issue PO or you want to issue invoice, everything don't have, all manual. Then the number one, the grading one put that ad hoc reactive communications. They use email or fax with the supplier or the customer. So I think most of our Malaysian company today, you have email as fax also. I think sunset already. I think some of them still use fax, but today very rare fax. So that is today with your customer and your and also supplier. Then grade two, grading two put in there basic communications with the data sharing. Put EDI. EDI stands for electronic data interchange. So where required with the suppliers and customer. So basically, your supplier can entertain you on this because you asking them, they can provide you all this digital. But sometimes your customer just do not want to integrate their digital EDI with you, right? So you sometimes you have to accomplish with that. Number three, put there EDI data transfer between the key strategy supplier and also customer. For example, a customer inventory level and all that. So it depends on the customer. They want to open it up. Then your warehouse with them, can they integrate or not? All the supply chains, all this. Because today supply chain is critical. Okay, is one of that. The speed of business actually a lot of them rely on the how good is your supply chain management and also logistic execution. Then number four, you see that fully integrated system with the supplier and customer for the appropriate processes. For example, real-time integration planning. This is for Malaysia. I think we still a bit far away, but it's a dream lah. Means that your customer and your suppliers, all data is integrated, means in the real time. So any changes, any cancel order from your customer, your vendor also know that, oh, this one, this customer cancel order, so they do not need to supply this kind or reserve this goods for you. So that is the one that you say is fully integrated. The whole idea is a real time. Okay, the key is a real time. Okay, this one is on the process level. So we move to the technology area. So now we are at the question number 10. I think I had to drag a little bit more. I hope you're a little bit patient on that. I try to speed up to finish it. Maybe give me another 10 to 15 minutes. So on technology area, we look at the automations. So automations is looking at the shop floor, enterprise, or facilities. So bear in mind, shop floor is a manufacturing area. Okay, enterprise is a whole organization. Facility is a normally, you know, that operation that you have a facility or supply all this. So it depends on the area that do your automation happen on that. Okay, so the question asking, is it cut across all area or your automation only happen in certain area? Okay, grade 0 say that all the process is manually executed by human. Means that indirectly you telling me that your manufacturing or your whole organization don't have automation, all 100% manual. So this one is a labor intensive lah. Second, the number 1 is all the process is executed by human with the assistance of equipment and machinery and computer-based system. So this one is happen. I think most of the Malaysia SME is falling this category. Then number 2, saying that all the processes and also prominently executed by equipments, machinery, and also computer-based system. Human intervention is required to initiate and to conclude each process. Some of the large company or the medium company start migrate to this stage. They already have a certain level of the automation. Human intervention only as required only. Okay. Then number 3 say that a process of the fully automated through the use of the equipment, machinery, and also computer-based system. Human intervention is required for unplanned event. Means that something go haywire or something that you need to intervene or you have to inject something, then only invent. Else, the whole process is automated, fully automated. Okay. This one, for some of the manufacturing plant, I start to see this happen because today some of the manufacturing plant in Penang, especially, they already moved to the level that they can light off manufacturing. Okay, they already can shut down the lighting and they can run the manufacturing without human intervention in the manufacturing plant. Okay, so this one I can see that happen. Number 4 is equipment, machinery, and computer-based system can be modified, reconfigured, and retasked quickly and easily when needed. So limited and no human intervention is required for unplanned event. Means that this one you can change the configurations, right? Because sometimes loading, especially in the high mix, low volume manufacturing plant, right? You need to change the setup in a very fast mode. So if you can computerize and do the setup of this, so from one product A move to the product B manufacturing, so you can configure in a very fast mode, then you do not need human intervention on that. So this one, I think in Malaysia, we still have some room to further improve. But you ask me, is that potential? We can do that. Yes. Okay, it's a matter of time. But I see some of the manufacturing start to do this. Okay, question 11 is talking about the technology intelligence in the enterprise shop floor and also facilities. The question asks, enterprise shop floor and facility intelligence are the process and also analysis data optimization, assisting process and to create new application, product, and also services. What degree of intelligence, okay, either at shop floor or enterprise level or facilities adoption level in your organization? That means indirectly we want to know your manufacturing got intelligent inside there or not. Okay, 0 means equipment, machinery, computer based are able to perform tasks based on the program, the pre-program logic, whatever that you have there, but not really have the intelligence that can know how to react by themselves. Okay, they only plain on that. Number 1 is putting equipment, machinery, and computer-based system are able to notify operators and derivation of the predefined parameters. Means that they already know something is going wrong, they have the intelligence that to notify the operators, okay, before the thing go haywire. So that is the reason. I mean, they have some intelligence, they can trigger before the whole thing damage. Then number 2 is the equipment and machinery and computers based system are able to notify operators and observations and also provide information on the possible causes. So not only can notify the operator or ask you to intervene, but they also provide you some information what is going wrong. Okay, sometimes the alignments out of alignment and all that, they can provide you alignment is out and all this. So when you run manufacturing, some of the area that need precision, so they will trigger now alignment is out of alignment, so they will stop or they will slow down the process and use to intervene. Then number 3 is the equipment and the machinery and also the computer-based system are able to predict and also notify operators and potential deviations and also provide information on the possible cases. Means that they already can predict that something can happen go wrongly. Means that basically some of the manufacturing they can predict because they see the pattern of the yield is dropping, so they may suspect some of the area goes wrong. Okay, especially your manufacturing go through a very long process. Okay, so the very long process, during the process, some process 1 go to process 2, process 2 go to process 3, one of the area go I mean they're unable to perform to certain level, so the process integration capability will trace this anything goes wrong in which process, and they will immediately tell you, okay, something go wrong on somewhere, and then you have to go and intervene on that particular area. Okay, number 4 is the equipment and machinery and a computer-based system are able to predict and diagnose potential and deviation, and also independently execute decision to optimize performance of the resource and efficiency. This is a very high level because this one is similar to what we are doing called that autonomous. We hand over our authority to the machine to make decision. So like autonomous car, we hand over our driving authority to the car. The car will take over the authority and drive. So that is called autonomous. So over here is saying that your manufacturing process, they have the intelligence to know that something is going wrong. They know how to identify, they know how to rectify, and they know how to correct it by themselves without human intervention. So means that your misalignment, they know how to ask the robot to readjust back the alignment, and they fine tune back to let the process run back. So means that this happen. What we are seeing this is a more to the project. I mean the process optimization. Okay, the intelligence is there. They can do auto correction. So that is the value on that. Okay, let me go to question number 12, the intelligent data analysis. So look at that. How much operations data collected have been used to improve your manufacturing capabilities? So this is a very straightforward question. They want to know that, do you process your data? Today, you put a sensor in your manufacturing line, but you get all the data. You get the data, most of that is for your information. But do you really process the data for the next level usage? That is what the question asks. So data collect, grade 0 data just collect as reference info if needed. Okay. Number 1, some data is used for quality and regulatory purpose. Okay. Number 2 is saying that majority of the data is used to control the processes. For example, the predictive maintenance. Okay. This is the most of our manufacturing plant is using this. Okay. This is number 2. And number 3 is look at that majority of data is used to process optimizations for the prescriptive maintenance. Okay, so you look at number 2 and number 3, the differences is just now is talking about the predictive maintenance. This one is talking about the prescriptive maintenance. It's another level. They mean they know how to do some auto correction and all that. So the data is needed used for it. Okay. Then number 4 say that all the data is used not only to optimize the processes, but also used for the decision making and future business plan. This is the high level of the business, because you are use all the data to optimize your business, not only in manufacturing plant or the whole business purpose. Okay, question number 13 is talking about intelligence for the self-optimization. That's how I review some idea about how the manufacturing, the system can be self-optimization. So the question asks, does your manufacturing equipment have intelligence for self-optimization process? They know how to self-optimize or not, especially your process need to process certain, for example, you are doing some of the process that take times, okay, some of the process you need to put in heat the chambers, heat up the chambers and all that, then the thing can happen. So the process itself, if the yield is weak, okay, so the yield result come out not good, so did your system, the equipment themselves, know how to optimize it or not? Okay, how to bring the yield come to the what we expected? Okay, so for example, put there you have grade 0 means that no self-optimization process capability. This is a very old day. All the mechanical equipment, they don't have capability to do self optimization. Number 1 puts basic self-optimization process are in use. They already have basic self-optimization, but not all. Okay. Number 2 is a self-optimization process are in use. However, there are pilots in more advanced area and also selected area of business. So you are not using all, some area you implement. Okay. Number 3, self-optimized process are widely used, means that you have a module by module, especially some of the process you use different type of the module, and then one area to one area you have certain area of the optimization. Then number 4 is a fully integrated automation. Means that the self-optimization process are fully used. Means that the chamber itself, they know how to fine-tune the whole process by themselves based on the parameter that you already set. So they know come to certain stage, are they going to process or they are not going to process. They wait until they optimize all the condition that comply, then only they run the process. So that is some of the intelligence that you have in the technology that you implement. Then question number 14 and number 15 basically is talking about the connectivity in the organization. As you know, Industry 4.0, one of the area is the connectivity that you have. Basically, it's a wireless connectivity. So today, cable still here and there, but I think moving forward with the 5G implementation, and also you have a narrow band, something like the LoRa, okay, NB-IoT and SIGFOX. All these narrow band, the wire area network, then you can use that to do the integration, the network connectivity. So the question is asking that what is the connectivity level? Okay, enterprise shop floor and facility connectivity, are they interconnected with the equipments or not? Okay, or stand alone. So you look at that. So you put grade 0 means that equipment, machinery, and system are not able to interact or exchange any information. That means there's no connectivity. Number 1 is there are formal network linked with the enable equipments and machinery, and also computer-based system interact. That means some information exchange is there. Okay, like this is the old system, the LAN system that you have. Okay, then number 2 is the equipment, machinery, and computer-based system are able to interact and exchange information without significant restriction. Means that they already machine and also equipment, they already can exchange information. Okay, through cables communication or your wireless communication. Okay, number 3 is there's the vigilance and also resilience of the security framework to project the network and also the interoperability of the equipment, machinery, and also computer system from the desired access and also disruption. Means that they already had designed the system, the framework or the communication already in place. Okay, some of the communication actually you have to comply with a certain protocol, like the semiconductors, they have a semi protocol that they need to comply. So for all this network communication, that certain standard that need to be used. Else the rest will refer to the ITUT standard, okay, International Telecommunication Union standard for telecommunication, or also the ETSI. So basically Malaysia will follow these two, the network protocol. Then number 4 is the interoperability, the secure network link across the different equipment, machinery, and also the computer base are able to interact with the exchange of information and also generated without delay. Means that your communication, network communication, there's no delay. It's a direct and there's it means the real-time communications. In short, that you are ready and with a secure network. Okay. So or with all the different equipment. So a lot of the equipment inside your manufacturing plant, especially you have a very old legacy machine. So system integrator, like my association, we go in mostly that whatever devices we insert or we install to the equipment, there are a lot of the different type of the communication protocol. So we need to streamline this protocol, let this machine to machine can communicate. So that's why system integrator is important to help your measuring process. We need to streamline the communication protocol. So that from there only they can talk. Okay. Otherwise, a machine, different type machine talk different language. So you cannot let all the machine talk with different language. Then you cannot control. Okay. So the last question. So it's talking about the connectivity. Actually, this one talking about the data security. Okay, this is become more and more important. And however, Malaysia, we do not really comply to that. Most of them, we do not really focus on this. If you still remember, TSMC, I think end of last year, they have a hack by some hacker. The whole manufacturing process stopped because system may be interrupted. So for that, this one is a question asking, data and communication security are increasingly important to any organization that towards digitization transformation. What is the degree of IT and data security has been implemented in your organization? Okay, very straightforward. Yes or no only. Say yes. Number question number grade 0, no IT security solution in place. That means IT security, please bear in mind, is not antivirus. It's a two different thing. Okay, antivirus is antivirus. IT security net, you have the firewall or not. Okay, people can hack in your system or not. Then can paralyze your operation or not. So this is the IT security. It's not I got virus, you got Trojan, and all. No, this is the IT security. Okay, data security. Number one is the IT security solution plan but never implement. So you just plan only, no action yet. Number two is the IT security solution has been partially implemented. Okay, partially implemented. Most of the IT security partially implemented actually at MES level or at the level of the enterprise where they had the firewall. Okay, but where your customer, your manufacturing process linked to your customer side, so basically that is the one that a lot of the challenges to build IT security. Then number three is a comprehensive IT security solution has been implemented with major plan developed to close any gap. So meaning you already implement, but you still have some gap that you need to close. Then number four is the IT security solution has been implemented for all relevant areas, review and frequently to ensure compliance. Okay, so far, most of the MNC in Malaysia, they are at the number 4. Okay, and it's critical because they need to ensure that because they have multiple sites, so their IT security is very well covered. But for Malaysia, I think we still have to learn, and the cost to engage this data security is not cheap. Okay, it's not cheap. Okay, so overall, I have completed all the questions. So I think Raman did send you all the one with the question, and also we would like you to fill in all the 15 questions there. But before that, I open any question that you want to ask, or can I get Raman to help me, or you want to open it up for the question and answer anything, or Mr. Tiong? I don't know Mr. Tiong there or not. I cannot see anyone. But anyway, Mr. Tiong, are you there, or you want to say something on this?
I think Mr. Tiong is not here, Mr. David.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I have complete all. So any questions from the participant that today you listen to all that, and the question exactly like what you see from the online.
So maybe
Okay, any questions? Raman, is you there, Raman?
Yes, I'm here. If participant have any question, you can click raise hand so that I can unmute you.
can you see my screen here? The QR code?
Yeah, you see the QR code, you can scan it, then you can straight
Can
away.
answer the question.
Okay, I try and see can go in or not.
Okay, Mr. David, if there is no question from the rest of the participant here, so I would like to thank to Mr. David. Mr. David actually is the president of the Malaysia System Integrated Industry 4.0, 4.0 System Integrator of Malaysia. So he actually the one who to develop this tool, and we try to help the industries at least to get access on their digitization, whether the level of their readiness in the digitization. So without further ado, I would like to thank you for all of the participants here today, and we would like to welcome all of you to join our mentoring session. After you complete this questionnaire, this assessment, so you can also participate in our mentoring session. We have the 10 hours mentoring session in order to guide you on how to develop your own digitization roadmap. So with that, thank you very much and good night, everyone. Okay, bye. Thank you, Ms. David.
Okay, thank you.